Fall back, big wiggle from the 48. Gators around, huge contact. It's a very technical track as they're still beating and banging. It looks like these drivers are not happy with each other. Car Freak is around, into the wall he goes. Car Freak's gonna go around. Gator is out of gas. Gator is out of fuel on the very back end of the racetrack. What's up, guys? Formal Guy 01 here, and welcome to the next race in the NASCAR Racing League Cup Series. This time we're going to Mount Panorama. Quickly recap what happened last week. BZ in the 24 car got his first win of this season. His third win all-time by the numbers. We got a big story for this race as the points leader totaled his car in qualifying, had to go to a backup and go to the rear of the field. And this rookie standout in the 18 car got his pole position by over a second on the clock. Coming around to the start-finish line here, the restart zone is going to come after the first left-hander after the start-finish line. That's the way they decided to do it for this race. We're going to see what we got here. We hope you all are enjoying the new format that we're using for these highlight videos. That 18 car is going to be a force to be reckoned with as the 24 is going to start behind him. Pace car is off, coming into the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are racing at Panorama. Track is going to be very technical today, as another fast car that's going to be in the field today is that 88 car. He's going to miss the first stage, but he will be here after the first stage is over. Oh, flutters into the wall hard! First turn of the race! Everyone's going to get around okay, but this 9 car is in trouble back here. Are they going to throw a caution for that? Because the 18 is still gunning it. Doesn't look like it, but here comes Gator. He's going to just take this field and run away with it for now. This car was almost uncatchable in qualifying, and all the drivers out there are hoping they can outdrive him today, maybe with draft or just by straight driving. 18 car hasn't raced much this season, but what he has raced, he's been very good. Looks like they did declare a caution. Looks like there's more trouble in the back of the pack. A lot of cars slow back here. We'll have to go back and look and see if something happened. Looking back at this replay, here comes BZ around this corner. Gonna try to hold the 43 behind him, but then he gets way to the outside, gets into the wall, and then gets sideways and just hammers the wall really hard. So that was enough to bring out a caution as he's trying to get back into traffic, and the 42 just clobbers him, and they both are gonna get loose. Flutter gets through there somewhere, but wow. Pace car is off, all the cars are coming back around to get reset for the restart. You might have noticed there was a rather blank looking car back there. That's because the 42 car also had a problem in qualifying. He had to go to a backup, although his car is not sporting any sponsors right now. Similar problem happened a couple of weeks ago at Monza. Gator's your control car up there in first place, and now he has the points leader behind him in third place. He's the current biggest mover, coming from last place to third. Back to racing here as Gator's going to get a tremendous restart. Car Freak's going to stay locked to his bumper. Pokemon in that 13, he did not have a good restart, so he's starting to fall back. Big wiggle from the 48. Gator's around, huge contact! Gator spins completely around, collecting the 48, but this race is still green. Your new leader is the points leader. Oh, more contact back here. Everybody's slow coming through the turn. Everybody's still running here. Looks like there's no caution yet. And yes, caution is out now. People are having a lot of problems so far in this race. It's a very technical track because they're still beating and banging. It looks like these drivers are not happy with each other. Well, we'll get them reset again for another restart. We haven't completed a full lap under green yet. Coming around to the restart here is Car Freak is your control car, and he has chosen to start in the right side. First time that the leader's chosen to start in that lane for this race. Green flag is back out. Let's see if Car Freak can get something going. We really don't know what he can run in a green flag lap, as he has an absolutely terrible restart, falling back to 7th place. 43 in the 13. Oh, 43 into the wall hard! People are still crashing. 24's around. Looks like he's going to save it. Car Freak somehow rebounds up to 2nd place after just getting a terrible launch. Pokemon's another one of those rookie standouts. He did not have the best qualifying effort here, but he still finished in front of a lot of the top contenders. Car Freak's going to try to chase him down. We do know what Car Freak ran in the practice sessions at this racetrack. He was about 2 or 3 seconds slower than the pole sitter. So obviously that had that driver very worried heading into this race. But Car Freak is locked in the playoffs as the 24 is going to go into the wall again. Hard contact for BZ, and here comes Gator behind him. We are still green around here somehow. Car Freak's trying to chase Pokemon down, but Pokemon's actually making a gap as the 9's going to try to chase Car Freak down. Look at Flutter up here. He's trying to get his 3rd win of the season and lock himself into the playoffs. This could get dicey going through this section. First time, oh, big wiggle from Flutter, but bigger wiggle from Car Freak. Wow! Car Freak's going to save it, but he has to give that position up to Flutter. No way he could have fought that off. Somehow he didn't wreck us. Here comes Car Freak back on the inside. Car Freak is around into the wall he goes. Has to be very careful getting back onto the racetrack as there's still no caution. You see Pokemon, he has a huge lead because Flutter and Car Freak raced so hard he was able to pull out a little bit. Your pole sitter's back here trying to fight the 24 car, the winner of last race rather. One thing we know about Gator, right now he's the fastest car here on the stopwatch, but he's one of the least aggressive drivers out of this group of drivers. He is not somebody to push you out of the way. He's not somebody to, you know, bump and run on you. He will race you clean as anybody. Flutter's into the wall again. Flutter is trying to get up there to compete with that 13. This rookie's running a really good race so far. He hasn't had too much spotlight this entire season yet, but certainly showing off what he can do today. Getting into the wall a little bit there. That wasn't good. That allowed Flutter to close the gap a little bit. Big wiggle coming through there. This is a terrible section if you don't brake enough on this turn. Wow, Gator and BZ really battling back here. Gator's going to see if he can pass this 24 on this straightaway. You know BZ's probably going to block. No, BZ's going to move over. He's going to let him go. Gator still does not have a good enough run, though. Incredible to see that. I thought he would have been able to get way out in front of the 24. Look back up at the leader. He is once again making a bigger gap in between him and the 9. We look back here at the points leader. He's trying to battle with the 43 back here. So all we know is when he practiced, he ran a pretty decent lap time, and he thought he had something to contend with at this racetrack. But then he saw what the 18 could do, instantly got nervous, and as soon as he came out to do his qualifying laps, he wrecked on the first actual timed lap. He hit the wall so hard he ended up totaling the engine. They had to go to a backup, and obviously you cannot go to a backup and not go to the rear of the field. But sometimes you don't have to be the fastest on the stopwatch to be the fastest on the track. Gator's still behind BZ, and Flutter's just, it looks like Flutter may have gone to the pits. Yes, Flutter ended up going to the pits. It looked like he had some kind of contact back there that we missed. Car Freak is way in the grass, and big contact there. Car is not turning left. His Lone Wolf's going to go right around him. Car Freak has got a problem. There's got to be some splitter damage on the front right. Sobek's back there. He's going to try to get up there and take advantage of his misfortune. Car Freak is still having a lot of problems with that 14 car. Look up at these leaders real quick. Oh man, there's a nice battle for the lead going on up here. Defending series champion versus 2 rookie standouts. Gator's your pole sitter. Pokemon's a rookie trying to get his first win of this season. Gator can probably pass both of these cars pretty easily, but he's not going to try to risk something by doing it. Coming around to the start-finish line. Pokemon looks like he's going to lead yet another lap. Pretty crazy because he hasn't run good almost all season. And anytime he's running up front, usually he ends up crashing or something goes wrong with the car, which forces him to the back. That is not the case for today. He is out front and he is holding that front position. Gator's got to run, but BZ should be able to stay in front of him with the draft from the 13. Got a nice little log jam back here that's slowly forming up. Just got word that the 9 car's in the pits yet again. More trouble for that 9 car. Running so good at the early stages, now all of a sudden he's having a problem. Look back at the midfield pack here. Car Freak's going to try to get around Lone Wolf again. He made a very big mistake that allowed Lone Wolf to pass him. And Sobek back there, he's trying to get his first win. He was a Championship 4 contender. This is kind of like flashbacks to Big Willow because Car Freak is once again in between 2 of those top 4 contenders of last season. BZ has fallen off the pace. Gator was able to get around him. Car's moving really slow here. Looks like we do have a caution. Caution is out. There's a slow car coming out of turn 1. Looks like that's the issue. Alright, we are now showing you the leaders coming out of the back straightaway at Panorama. They're soon going to be coming to the white flag for stage 1. Your leader is Gator with the points leader a couple of car lengths behind him. Gator's trying to get his first stage win of this entire season. Looking really strong coming from pole position. Coming to the start-finish line, 1 lap to go for stage 1 as Car Freak is slightly closing that gap. We heard on Gator's radio, though, he is really low on fuel. He's going to try to wheel that car back to the start-finish line. When he made his pit stop, they took enough. They took enough to make it to the end, but sometimes your calculations are not correct. We know that Car Freak stayed in a lot of extra time to make sure he got that car filled to the max. Coming through, you can see Gator's a little slow. Looks like he's trying to wheel that car. He might be almost out of fuel. He shouldn't be. Both of these cars look like they're driving slower, and that's typically not the case. Usually they're faster on the final lap. Stage points mean everything in this league. Gator's missed out on quite a few races, but if he can rebound and get these points, he can be in contention for the playoffs. Big wiggle. Gets into the grass as Car Freak's going to close that gap. Looks like Car Freak is there. Gator's into the wall. He's not accelerating. Yes, he is. Here comes Car Freak. Car Freak's going to go around. Gator is out of gas. Gator is out of fuel on the very back end of the racetrack. Car Freak's going to go around for the lead. All he has to do is make it to the start-finish line. Gator's trying to get that car back. It looks like he's going to lose a lot more positions leading into stage 2. Car Freak has not been the fastest car by any stretch of the imagination. He's been mid-pack all day. And the one time that he's contending for the lead, the leader runs out of gas. Spectators might say this might be one of the luckiest stage wins in NASCAR Racing League history. Gonna come around the last turn. There's nobody competing for it. Clean corner exit. Checkered flag. Car Freak's gonna get another stage win. We look back at second. Lone Wolf is gonna rebound all the way up to second place for stage 1. Gator's back here in 4th place. Probably a lot more cars are going to pass him before he can get it back around. You have to send out a tow truck to pull him back. Lone Wolf's going to take 2nd place. Great finish for that 43 team. Another rookie. He's going to finish 3rd after Gator's misfortune. Alright, we gotta get him lined up for the start of stage 2. As we look here, the pace car is off, ready to begin stage 2. Main summary of stage 1. A lot of wrecks, a lot of top contenders got taken out, and Gator running out of gas. He could have easily had his first stage win of this season, but couldn't get there. Another big notable, the 88 car is now entered in the back of the pack. He is very fast. If ever there was somebody that can compete with the 18, it'd be the 88 car. Coming to the restart zone, we are back green. You see BZ's way in the back. Looks like he finished bad for stage 1. Car Freak has once again chosen the right side lane, as he's going to get a great restart this time. Has a bit of a gap going to the cars, but looks like he under brakes, goes into the wall. He's going to hold the lead somehow. And look at Charge, he's on the move. He's up to 6th place right now. Almost 3 wide going through this turn. 2 of the Hendrick cars into the wall. You see KC in that backup 42. He's trying to make something happen. Shard's up to 4th. That did not take long. Car Freak makes one mistake and he's going to be out. Although he is pulling on Gator a little bit. Gator, big sideways wiggle. Same for the 13. So many cars getting loose through there. Car Freak is gapping Gator, but Shards wants 3rd place from Pokemon. 48, big wiggle. He saves it, but he's going to go into the grass. No, he hasn't saved it yet. Goes around, somehow avoids the 43. Somehow Sobek didn't take any big damage from that. As Gator goes by Car Freak for the lead. New leader is Gator. Pokemon shoots way out into the sand. He's going to get through that, okay, as Lone Wolf's going to come by and take away 4th place. We all said it, once Gator gets to the lead, he is gone. And he is driving away from Car Freak right now. We're not saying that Car Freak cannot compete with him, but his car's just not on par today. I mean, he won stage 1, but if Gator didn't run out of gas, pretty sure that wouldn't have happened. And we're wanting to see what this 88 car can do. Late race entry today. Been running pretty good this season, although he's missed a couple of races, so he is in desperate need of a rebound in points. Also, something special about this 18 car leading. One of the very few cars in this league right now that has the Toyota contingency package. Running that 18 Camry with M&Ms on it. See that gap right now. Gator's just driving away. This is insane. Nice little green flag run here, though. No cautions yet for stage 2. Gator goes through that section better than anybody. Like, Shards is pretty good going through there, but nobody else is as good as Gator. Coming through this turn here, going to the straightaway. Car Freak's a little bit loose coming out of there. That car is just lacking grip. During the transition from stage 1 to stage 2, Car Freak said that the pit crew needed to change something about that car, and they haven't done much to it apparently. Shards is all over Car Freak. Is he going to block? Nope, he has to let him go. What a run by the 88. Not even a competition. The 88's going to drive right by him. Car Freak way into the grass. Same with Shards. Both of them are in the grass. Lap 3 out of 16, and this is the kind of racing we're seeing. Incredible. Look back here. Pokemon led a good portion of stage 1, and now he finds himself mid-pack. With 2 very good Hendrick cars on his back bumper. Sobek's going to try to do something, but no, Pokemon's going to block. Coming through turn 1 here. Pretty good exit. Big wiggle, though. That's going to let Sobek close the gap. We look at all of the fantastic cars. There goes Shards. He has officially taken over second, but Car Freak is not willing to let him drive away. But I'm pretty sure Shards wants to drive away, as that's what he's going to do. We watch Gator's line on this racetrack. Nobody else drives the line that he drives. It's almost like you're watching a racing sim for this league, because he is just putting on a racing show at this racetrack. Well, we are going to take a short break, and we will be back for the conclusion of Stage 2 after this commercial message. NASCAR Racing League Cup Series is brought to you by #FullGameEverySnap, a special Mutt Squads promo we're currently doing for Madden 19. You want to catch some of the best football and some of the best football players? Search that hashtag on our channel, FormalGuy01. And don't forget to catch our newest game where Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco takes on League MVP Patrick Mahomes. If you love football, we certainly got some for you. Welcome back to the NASCAR Racing League. As we can see here, they're getting ready to come to the 1 to go signal for Stage 2. We got Sobek leading the pack. This is insane where he's come from, running mid-pack almost the entire race, and now he's up. Here comes Gator on the outside. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go for Stage 2. Here comes Car Freak on the inside of Gator, seeing if he can make something happen. Gets into the 48. He's going to go around for the lead. The points leader goes to the lead. Incredible. He just radioed in. He had something wrong with the front of the car. It looks like he's losing some speed in the straightaways, but he's going to get to the lead somehow. Don't count BZ. All 4 of these cars have a shot at winning Stage 2. Incredible battle up at the front of the pack. Very technical turn 2 here. Car Freak's going to have a smooth entry. BZ's going to dive to the inside, see if he can make it 3 wide, but can't do it. Out of the top 5 drivers, 3 of them are Hendrick Motorsports. Insane. Car Freak goes way to the outside as Gator's going to challenge back. Gator, who had one of the most unfortunate timings for running out of fuel in Stage 1, he is now up to challenge to win Stage 2. All he needs is Car Freak to slip up on 1 corner and he's going to be able to capitalize. Shards is back there. We know Shards can race Gator. He needs to get up there and try something. Coming around Gator's best part of the racetrack, but Car Freak just rockets through there. Car Freak is going to gap himself just a tiny bit on that 18. This is where Car Freak needs to have no errors. Big wiggle from Gator! Wow! Car Freak had no mistakes, and he's going to pull away from Gator. That might have just gave him the stage win. Gator smoked his tires coming out of that turn, trying to stay with the 14. We must repeat how Car Freak is not the class of the field. He is not the fastest car here today, but he really knows where to put his car in the right spot at the right time. 1 turn away from winning both of the stages today. Gator's going to try hard, but he is not going to get there. Car Freak around the last turn, no mistakes. The green checker is out as Car Freak is going to win Stage 2. Gator's going to take home a 2nd place. Gator wants to win this race. And losing both of the first 2 stages, that is probably giving him nothing but motivation. We're going to look back at when he just spun his tires coming out of this turn going into the straightaway. Somehow, he spun those wheels, kept it off of the wall, and was able to get grip back in the grass. Incredible job of wheeling that car back onto the track. Alright, the pace car's about to go off the track. The cars are getting suited up here on the last turn, about ready to start the final stage of Panorama. Don't forget about our new format, how we will be jumping around a little bit for this race coverage. Had a pretty decent race so far, but Car Freak is just... he's the unicorn of this race because we don't know how he won either of those first 2 stages, but he somehow did it. Class of the field with the car that can truly contend with him lining up on his rear bumper as Car Freak's the control car. Got some problems back there as the car is around on this restart. Huge problem back here as they were getting set up for the restart. Not sure what that was all about, but the cars are lined up again, ready to go green. Car Freak is your control car. Green flag is out. Final stage at Mount Panorama. BZ is giving Car Freak an incredible push in that 24. He's going to propel him to the lead. But BZ has a run on the inside. Look at that 24. Hard contact with the 88 car. Everybody gets around okay, but that 88 looks totaled back there. Looks like he's going to get off okay. BZ extremely late braking. That's going to give Gator an opportunity to get up 3 wide. That works itself out very quickly, as that would have never worked on this racetrack. Car Freak's driving away. Maybe he's finally found something in that 14 car. We all know from replays that this is Gator's best section of the track. Hopefully he can chase Car Freak down. We must give you the circumstances for both of these drivers. Car Freak is the points leader, as Car Freak's hard into the wall! That car just locked up and didn't turn at all. He's going to have a lot of front end damage. BZ's going to try to pass him. Car Freak almost has to come to the pits after that. That was insane. BZ's going to give Car Freak a push. Car Freak's probably going to signal him to go around. I really don't think Car Freak can go around this racetrack with that kind of damage. Going to see if he pits or he's going to try to wheel that car around. He is not going to pit. He's going to keep that car on the racetrack. What a move. So, Car Freak is the points leader. He has 3 wins. He is locked into the playoffs. So all he really needs to do is just make sure he shows up to every race and he gets pretty decent point days, but he is good for the playoffs. Gator, on the other hand, no wins. He's trying to win maybe even his first stage, but he couldn't do that today. He needs a win to try to rebound in points. He was a big part of the Xfinity series when we still had that. And after that got shut down, he moved up to the Cup series. And he's trying to get anything working with these Cup drivers. If you look back here, BZ kind of disappeared right there. Looks like he's still back in 5th place. See this rookie in the 13 car, he's trying to rebound. We did hear a report that Car Freak's car is damaged. You can see on the graph that something is wrong with it on the right front and the front. Having a little bit of trouble turning left. That is going to prove to be an issue, as pretty much all of the turns here are left except for a couple. Look how slow he's going. Pokemon spins it, trying to not hit him. Cars are running slow here as they have waved the caution. Something happened mid-pack. Caution is out. I want to welcome you back to the live racing here as Stage 3 is about to come winding down. This race is almost over. Took a little bit of a break there, but I'm going to give you the summary of this stage real quick. We are currently in one of the longest green flag runs of this season. So long, in fact, that some cars have made green flag pit stops already, and the leaders still have to make their pit stops. We're not sure if either of these leaders can make it to the end on fuel, but they need to bet right now that there's not going to be another caution. Gator has really driven away from Shards here to take the lead, as he's going to get almost sideways coming out of there, squealing his wheels. Going to hold it though. Shards back there dealing with lap traffic. Rowdy in that 3, he's trying to make something happen. Doesn't want to hold up that 2nd place car though, because this is the race for the win. Shards did not make the Final 4 last season, so he really wants redemption from that. With this rookie in the 18, he's going to do everything he can to try to win this race. Class of the field by a long shot, and he wants to take this car to victory lane. Not going to make a pit stop yet. He might try to wheel this thing around to the win. One thing he has to know, though, he cannot try to go if he cannot make it. There's nothing wrong with pitting with 1 lap to go. Needs to make sure he has enough gas to get to the end. We look back at Shards. It looks like he's playing the fuel 100%. Taking that car around the track nice and slow, trying to preserve fuel. He's probably betting on Gator running out of fuel. Cars are running a little bit slow here. Have they called a caution on the racetrack? It looks like they have. Something has happened somewhere on this racetrack and they have brought out a caution. We will give you more info as we get it. Car Freak's in the pits. BZ's running slow coming to the start-finish line. We're looking back at tapes and we cannot find anything about a caution or why it's out. Word from NASCAR is that this is a competition yellow. Competition yellow on lap 35 out of 36. It looks like everybody was spread out so much they want to keep the competition level at its highest. We also just got another word that they will be taking this to a green-white checkered. No idea why this is going on right now, but as we get more info, we will let you know. Well, I guess we'll get them stacked up, and we're going to a green-white checkered. So the cars are getting set up here. We must fill you in on all the info we know. These cars are coming around really slow here because everybody needs to get in their correct spots. This will be the only attempt at the green-white checkered. So one attempt. Basically, if a caution comes out, they will freeze the field at that moment. Coming around to the restart zone, we are going to be green flag here. A lot of stuff going around in the NASCAR hub right now. Green flag is out. Car Freak's going to duck in front of Shards. This is your race, folks. Gator and Lone Wolf on the front row. Gator's going to try to get an outside run here as Lone Wolf's going to dive in and he's going to get into the wall. Here comes Car Freak on the inside. Car Freak got an incredible run on the inside. There's Lone Wolf, just did not time that correctly at all. KC's in the wall back there in that backup 42. We've said this a lot during this race. Gator is faster than Car Freak, point blank. All Gator needs to do is find the right spot to make that move and take home the checkered for this race. Look at BZ, he's trying to challenge Gator for that spot. BZ coming off of a win last week. He wants to see if he can try to make it back-to-back wins for the first time in his career. Car Freak has been one of the fastest drivers all season. Gets into the wall a little bit there, as that's going to allow Gator to get to him. Coming down the straightaway, Gator's going to get to him. Look at the run that Gator has. What's Car Freak going to do? Gator's in the grass. He has to back off. Gator could not capitalize on that incredible run he just had on Car Freak. Car Freak is going to have to play some incredible defense because he knows once Gator gets by, he is gone. Big aggressive moves. He's going to still hold him back to second place. Coming around to the final turn. Big wiggle from Car Freak. He's going to dive in front of Gator yet again. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Car Freak is driving the defensive race of his career. Trying to hold back a car that is at least 2 seconds faster than him on the stopwatch. Gator knows he can get by. All he has to do is time it correctly. If he times it wrong, it's going to be stage 1 all over again. Coming around turn 2. Gator has a run on the inside. Car Freak blocks again! Car Freak's going to get put in the wall before this is over. You watch. If you are a faster car and you're getting held up by a slower car, especially for the win, you do not hold your ground and stay back there. You move him. Car Freak is clearly slower right here, but he is trying to gap himself. Going around the turn, way to the outside. Car Freak's in the grass. Everybody's in the grass coming off of that turn. Going into Gator's best section. Car Freak's in the grass. Really loose. Both of them are sideways. Who is going to win this race? Coming down to the final turn until the big straightaway. Car Freak, smooth entry. Gator, really bad exit as he gets wiggly. Car Freak's going to gap him ever so slightly, but that draft should allow Gator to get right back to his bumper. Will Gator make the move here? He's going to have a big run coming up to this turn. He's got to do something now. He is there. Gator is there. Car Freak, very defensive line going to the inside. One turn to go. Gator has to do something here. Car Freak, defensive line on the outside. A little bit of a tap from the 18. Can he get there? Gator's going to go to the outside. No, he's not going to get there. Sideways drifting. Car Freak is going to win the race. What a defensive stand for that 14 car. Fourth win of this season, beating a car that was clearly the class of the field today. Car Freak just swept the weekend again, and he wasn't even the fastest car. That right there shows you that even if you're in the back of the pack, never give up. I want to thank everybody for watching the NASCAR Racing League Cup Series, and we will see you next week.